Oh, I got gifts. I gotta take a look at the gifts. But
Oh, that's disgusting.
I believe last time, Balak and Mutra's sires, Yachik, were talking just after Balak had an encounter with what was it, Steel. Mircha, at this time, your sire had called you over to meet with him so that you can join Balak in his investigation.
I shall probably do so with due haste.
Right. You joined Balak down at the seaside park, and Jajik will kind of look at the both of you. Well, it looks like this investigation is actually getting close to him. Perhaps we can find him before everyone else does. I don't know what kind of leads you've been on, Balak, but I trust that you're hot on his tail. Mircha, I'd like you to stick with Balak for the rest of this investigation. I have no doubt this could turn into a deadly confrontation if you find him again.
Indeed.
So do try to stay safe and work together.
Naturally.
As of last time, Balak, you had a small list of addresses. 3 of them, in fact. One appears to go towards one of the lower stations in Gotham, in Lower Gotham. Another one appears to indicate a upper scale apartment, and another one a doctor's clinic. From what you can tell,
Right.
where would you like to go first?
For some reason, I thought I was already heading somewhere.
I'm pulling it back just so that Mircha isn't totally left out.
No, I understand that, but I don't remember where I was heading. Which is why I'm now a little bit confused.
Right.
Like, I literally called an Uber or something. No, wait, that was to get to the top of the train.
Yeah.
What was the 3 options again?
A lower Gotham station, an upper scale apartment, and a doctor's clinic.
I guess a doctor's clinic sounds like the best option.
Okay. You head out into the city with Mircha. And together you arrive at a prosthetics clinic. The lights are on, the doors are open, letting in the colder night air. Inside is a small little waiting room with nobody actually up at the front right now. The counter appears to be empty, but there is a small bell on the table and a door that appears to lead further in.
Alright, I'll tap the bell.
You tap the bell and wait for a few moments, and you hear sort of like a shuffling in the back. And from the back, you see a very tired black man in a white uh, in white scrubs and a white lab coat. Step out and kind of like wearily rub his eyes and kind of look up. Go, oh, I wasn't expecting anyone this time of night. Did you have an appointment? You don't look like any of my patients. You don't look like you're missing anything either. Can I help you?
I'll pull out a photo of Jack Steele, and I say, have you seen this man?
Okay. Go ahead and roll me wits empathy.
Rolling.
Mircha may do so as well if he wants. There we go. 2 and 2. Together, you both notice quite a bit of hesitation as he kind of like looks at the photo and then looks back up at you before he says, "Sorry, I've never seen this person around here before."
Yeah, time to work my Arspexy mojo.
Oh, okay. Let's roll that Auspex. Two. Lay me out your questions. What you got?
Okay, based on Miss Pan's reaction, first question is this individual lying?
Yes.
Yeah, I just might as well cut to the chase. Is with this my last question. What does he know? Or who we're looking for, that is.
He gives out charity and has done so.
Okay, I will whisper to Balak and say, hey, it is as quiet as voice as possible, whilst trying to be somewhat audible. He's lying.
Balak's face isn't going to change at all, as it typically doesn't. Have you seen this man? He'll say again.
Why are you looking for this person?
Stare down.
Even if I had seen him, patient info is confidential between client and doctor.
Can you describe the room for me again?
It's sort of a bare white room, white and black tiles, a small little table with uh, old magazines spread across it, and several different chairs for just waiting around.
Okay, specifically where we're at.
You are in front of the counter embedded into the wall.
And is it just like semicircle? Is it like...
It's like a window into the next room.
Okay, so like a teller at a bank sort of scenario, or...
Yeah.
Does it have those like... Okay, is it like a glass pane in front of me right now then?
Yes.
Does it have that little wire work in it?
No.
Of course not. Alright, I am going to leave.
I shall follow suit as well.
He just sort of raises his eyebrows as you just sort of immediately turn around and go. Have a good night. And you two walk out the door. What are you doing?
What's the parking lot like?
The parking situation, this spot is, just sort of, barely off the road. So you've parked sort of just off the street of it.
Right, but I mean, what's the parking situation for the building?
For the whole building, given that this is downtown Gotham, most people have to resort to using a parking garage. But fortunately, nobody is here at 12 midnight.
Except for this guy. And now,
for
does
this
it look
guy.
like he lives here?
Um, good question. Why don't you go ahead and give me a little bit of in streetwise to kind of like gauge that.
You have to declare that you use willpower before the roll, right?
I'm a nice guy and I like allowing people to declare it afterwards if they want. To encourage use.
Yeah, I'll use a willpower.
Yeah, wits in the streetwise, you say?
Yes. In streetwise, yes.
That's 1.
It's hard to tell if he actually lives here. But from what you can gather, by the way he was sleeping and the fact his car is still here and is taking up the non-meterless location, you can guess that even if he doesn't live here, he definitely ends up spending the night here.
So his car is there, is now what you're telling me.
There are a few cars here, and one of them you can assume probably belongs to him.
Alright, I'm gonna go to that car then.
I will keep a lookout for anyone.
Alright, presumably you go to the closest car to the clinic, assuming that it must be his, so...
Yes.
What do you do with his car?
I try to open it.
Alright, there we go. That is going to be some dexterity larceny.
No, I'm not trying to pick it. I'm literally... like going to a door, I'm trying to open the handle. I go to the door, I try to pull on the handle. Does it open?
Nope, it is locked.
What kind of car is it?
Cars are the things that I am the worst at describing.
That's fine. Give me a year, if you could.
I'm gonna say 1970.
Alright, I'm gonna use my magnetism to unlock the lock.
Alright.
If you were gonna say a newer car, we'd have a conversation about digital, but you said 1970, mechanical lock.
Mm-hmm.
With metal in it.
Absolutely.
So spend a willpower. Yes, I am rolling something. It just takes me a second.
Oh, I understand. Gotta pull all those dice together.
Oh, even though it says 0, I still have additional dice to roll because I forgot to throw them in.
Okay, doke.
Let's see, 4, 5. 1. 1 die to roll. Well.
Wow.
Yeah, look at it. Nothing happens.
10 dice, not that's...
Well, you know what, though? I'm not on a time frame here, so I'll just try again.
You could take a dramatic failure.
I could, but I won't. I do like beats, but, you know, that's not who I want Balak to be.
There's a time and a place for a dramatic failure as well, I'd imagine.
So there.
There you go. You try a second time, and you eventually work the magnetism of the lock. And it clicks open.
Alright. I open the car door. I sit in the front seat. And I open the glove compartment.
Okie doke. What are you looking for in the glove compartment?
Information, registration, pictures, anything. What's in there?
You definitely see the car's user manual, some insurance and registration information that's normally required. As well as like a few small tiny tools like a tire gauge.
Well,
But
registration insurance would have his home address, so I'll take that.
there you
By
go.
I'll take that, I mean I'll take the information. I will leave it in his car, though.
Okie doke. You go ahead and quickly jot down where his actual home is in this case.
Yep.
Alright.
And then I will close the door. If you will allow me the one extra turn from my Corona, I will use it to relock the door.
You could just press the, you could just lock the door and then close it, of course.
Yes, but that's not who I want Balak to be.
You wanted to be excessive, I guess. Alright. Well, you go ahead and relock the door. No need to roll that one.
Yes, and then I'm gonna start heading to this guy's house. By the way, there was no pictures or anything?
No, not in the glove compartment.
I mean, I should say I would also have, done the whole visor thing. Check for things there, and then the divider panel.
Right. Unfortunately, there's not very much there, except for maybe a
Right.
few pieces of garbage scattered across the car.
Otherwise, then I'm heading towards his house.
Alright. You and Mircha are heading towards the house then. And then we will shift quickly over to Adam, Thomas, and their good friend Jacob.
Yes.
Yep.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Started having hiccups. Okay.
It's okay.
Alright. So, the three of you get together,
Mm-hmm.
and Jacob is kind of looking expectantly at the two of you and going, well, according to this map, he says as he kind of like pulls out a very large printout of the Gotham sewers. Place Lillian wants us to go is, hydroelectric station? Underground? Does that even work?
Oh, we're not going yet.
We need to gear up,
I'm calling my friends.
friends.
Yes,
That's a good
yeah,
idea.
friends. Like Jacob. Jacob is
Ah.
one of my friends.
Stop it. You're gonna make me blush already.
I have many other important friends. Thomas.
Whenever I get your friends, I'll just go back to my apartment and prepare.
No name. Just gonna call them and I think they will be here for very soon.
I just want to see if, well, I can take the time to sharpen my sword.
Well, I guess, first part is, you are still in the sewers. You'll have to, start heading up top in order to get a signal.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so you go ahead and make the, journey for a little bit, taking a little bit of time. And who exactly are you gonna call?
Well, the people I said I grant access to the sewer too, so who was here? So Moonshadow, Alvira, and I don't remember what were the name of the others. So
Fair enough. But I'll presume, Elvira would be the point of contact here then. Being your mentor. So you'll go ahead and put in the call, and she'll go ahead and answer.
Uh,
Oh, I was expecting you to open up. I'm sorry.
sorry, no. Um, hello.
Hello, Adam. How did the meeting go?
Good. I'm still alive, and we have access to the sewer in exchange for taking care of some nasty critters that have taken place in whole Gotham.
Oh, well, that sounds like a simple enough task.
Yeah, they were strange being. I thought they were Nosferatu at first, but apparently they're not, and I'm half expecting it to be a trap.
Hmm.
So
Would it
I'm
really be
waiting.
Lillian's style to draw you down here just to stab you in the back later? No, I think she's too forward for that. She doesn't keep very much, under her dress, I'll say.
Hmm. Again, so I don't know. I might need some more firepower.
Oh, well, I have a shotgun somewhere around here if you want to borrow that.
More talking about manpower. Maybe we have a few ghouls or few few new fledgling that will be eager to help the Chrome. And I thought you and the other would be interested in going down whole Gotham to
Well,
check
that's true, we
about
are.
the thing. To check about the
Though,
thing I talked to you about.
though, I think if I recall, most of them wanted to, know if there was a particular place to go to explore first, before arranging a, expedition.
Sorry, say that again?
What was that again?
Say that again?
I think a few of them were waiting to, set up an expedition. They want to know where exactly they should go first.
Oh, well, I think I can lead all of us to the place, but I'm going to need to take care of those things first for Lillian. Oh, she's not gonna be happy, and I'd rather make her happy in her own territory.
But you said you wanted a little bit of, manpower backing you up.
Yeah,
Don't you have that, cute little ghoul of yours and, your child as well?
that's true. Mm. Greg is not a very yet in terms of friends, but that's a good idea. I'm gonna call my child. Family time, I guess. All right, see you later.
Alright. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and call up George and bring him along.
Yes.
Alright. George will go ahead and arrive on location within the hour. And when he gets out, he kind of goes over and asks, "So, from what I think you said earlier, you needed a little heat?
Hey, George. Yeah,
Well,
we're
let's see what I got in the back here."
Hmm.
And he'll go ahead and take you over to his car, you and Thomas and Jacob. Kind of open up the back. In the back is a single shotgun, two small SMGs, and a handful of pistols.
hmm.
Well, I
Um,
do love having friends, and unfortunately, these are all loners. So I'm gonna want them back by the time the night's over.
Don't worry,
Well, I
I'll
mean,
take
unless
care.
you want to get caught by the police with them.
I'd rather not.
George, what did you do?
Oh, I didn't do anything. Someone else did something, and I'm just borrowing them.
Ah, George.
Borrowing.
Just be safe, okay? We have that kind of thing. Don't let too much
Hey,
champagne
I
from the
didn't
airport.
stick my neck out on this one. But I imagine you're going to do that tonight. So, little bit of heat.
Oh yes, tonight we're gonna go full on
Mm,
crazy. I think you better take the shotgun, George.
Really, my favorite's kind of the Mac 10, but
Well,
I can
pick
handle
your
the shot.
favorites.
All right then. And he'll
well,
take one of the small SMGs and just kind of like twirl it on his finger.
You show off.
Thomas
Hey,
would
gotta
take.
show off what I got.
Thomas will take at least 2 pistols. See that?
Taking 2 of them. What do you think you are, an action movie star?
No, I would like to. I mean, more of a close combat type of person. That's when Thomas brandishes his sword.
George just
And
kind of looks you up and down, looks at the sword, and
Yeah,
just
he's a
kind of
weirdo.
heaves a little bit of a sigh. Well, I mean, it's your funeral.
hey, and then I got this. Well, I also picked up this, which is the Kopesh, and shrugs that maybe he'll help out. I don't know. I don't even remember when he.
I
Comes
prefer
out.
Hill part. He's more fun than you, but no offense, but
What?
he's really a fun guy.
I. Mm, the thing is that I don't remember much when he comes out. You know.
Nah. Don't worry, he doesn't seem to want to, well, to kill you or make your life miserable. Just want to enjoy life a bit. Well,
Did he
life.
say anything specific?
Not really. He's still adjusting to his new condition.
Out of character. He did mention something about a jackal skull, right?
Yeah, but
Indeed.
I don't,
Yeah,
don't see Thomas fit.
Oh, okay. Well, back in character, Thomas would shrug. Well, again, at least give me if possible, give me a warning if he comes out, because I have no idea.
Or should I know when it comes out?
I don't know. Okay.
So that's why I won't give you any warning because I don't know either. It's a possession. Well, not. I don't think. Well, Jacob, you want something?
Jacob kind of looks over and goes, I'm not sure if I want my fingerprints on this stuff.
Wear gloves.
You're dead. I don't think your fingerprints will.
Well, I mean, it's the principle of the thing. They're stolen. I feel bad about it. But it has been a while since I fired a shotgun. He'll just go ahead and sweep that up into his arms.
Oh.
You're a dork.
What? I got weaknesses. So George is taking one of the SMGs. Jacob has the shotgun. And it looks like Thomas took 2 pistols. Adam, were you actually taking anything?
I already have my pistols.
Oh,
Is it-
okay.
Is it light or heavy pistol?
It's a light pistol, and I'm
I'm
not
just-
taking anything more stronger because I have only 2 in strength.
Oh, well, in that case, is Thomas able to take?
And I still
Heavy
have no
one?
points in firearms. Shh.
Thomas doesn't have either, but he has dexterity. We'll see what happens.
Thomas takes the gun and holds it sideways.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
I mean, as a character, you could have asked Monty to come, but that would be a very bad idea.
If you ask Monkey to come, I will shoot you.
Exactly. Again, this is out of character. But yeah. Yeah, I guess that's enough to gear up.
That
2
should be
pistols.
enough. I mean, as far as I know, they're only mindless beasts, so...
All right.
Yeah.
A lot of you are packing heat and heading into the sewers.
Yep, always the sewers. Always.
Always the sewers. Jacob has the map, and he's more than happy to help lead the way. And you head down through the different flood channels, and the water starts to build up more and more from the previous days, still draining into the system. And as you turn a corner, the tunnel opens up into an incredibly wide space. On the left side is a massive reservoir of water made of cured concrete.
Hmm.
It extends out for further than your vision can see, turning into blackness in the distance.
I think we all know what time it is.
Directly in front of you,
Oh.
you see what appears to be a road. It's large enough for 2 lanes with sidewalks on the side, and in the distance, you can faintly make out a structure dipping out into the water, or at least hanging over it. You can also make out the look of some steel lines going up and down to the very top of the ceiling and down into the right side of this immense cavern. The right side is made out of natural stone. And looking out into it, it is a deep chasmous pit. Off the side of it, you can see water rushing out from some different areas in the like a dam would to release floodwater. You can hear the light buzzing of machinery and electricity in the area. You have come across one of Gotham's underground hydroelectric dams.
All right. It's Auspex time.
Okay.
Wow, nice.
Ooh.
All right. Where is the most likely source of danger? From where would it come? Could it come?
The most likely source of danger comes in sheep's clothing.
Huh. I don't like this.
You do have other questions? Or
No,
was that
I
just
know.
one?
Yep. If
Okay.
I did an exceptional success, I would have had a question.
Okay. I'm used to you guys rolling up 2 now, just because it's so good.
Yeah, one is more efficient for immediate danger.
True enough. But you get that creepy little feeling through you.
Hmm. Jacob, you're sure we're here?
Jacob just kind of gives a little bit of a whistle, and it echoes into the distance. Yeah, this is the place.
Yeah,
Man, I've
so
never seen one of these before.
Good job, Jacob. Now everyone know we're here.
What, like they don't hear us talking? Come on, that's echoing into the distance too.
All right.
Besides, like you said, whatever we're looking for, they're not smart, right?
There's something else here.
Actually, can Thomas roll a perception roll?
Sure. What you looking for?
Anything, well, out of the ordinary. I don't know, something to pick up. I'm going to use this train's observer. Just see what is going on.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah. It's...
Can I roll too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see
go
anything
ahead.
wrong with it.
Oh.
Adam has no such luck noticing very much. But Thomas goes ahead and takes a puts his hand on the railing over the chasm, just kind of like takes a peek over it.
Hmm?
And in one of the floodways where water spills out from, you see two long, black, slender objects sticking out in the flow of the water. And they appear to retreat into the flood tunnel that it comes from. From above, you definitely can't see into it.
Is
But
that
it
what
seems
Adam's
very
really going to
strange. It's
do?
hard to identify what they are.
No.
I was wondering. I'm just making sure. That's
No.
probably a very dick move.
You can,
Oh,
still
come
be
off.
you can still be useful as a mid shield.
Oh. But he does have resilience. I guess that's something.
Yeah, you're a
Oh.
mid shield.
Yeah. Well, Thomas would relay the information to the others, saying that I saw two objects going over that direction over there. And he points out to them over the railing.
Sticking out of the tunnel, basically.
Yep.
Huh. So, I mean,
They're
If it's-
black and flat and a few meters long.
Hmm.
if this is an hydraulic central, there must be a way to get to the turbines without, actually claiming this.
Jacob just kind of nods in assent. Most definitely. If anything, I bet that building over there is probably one of the control centers, and it probably goes down.
I'm amazed this place still operates.
Well, from what I understand of Gotham engineering, anything down here is meant to be fail-safe and work for as long as it can without anyone being here.
Hmm.
And that if anything breaks, it sends Alpha Signal and people come by and repair it.
Just keep an eye out. There's definitely some danger here, and something when may appear safe at first glance may prove deadly.
George assents by giving a cock to his SMG.
Right?
But well, at least we all know obfuscate, right?
I guess.
Thomas is the only one who can't, I believe.
What do you mean?
You're the only one who can't just go invisible.
Yeah. Thomas can't go invisible, nor he's not stealthy. Then again, he's not the type of person to sneak around a lot. So I guess he can prove as a distraction. I don't know.
That's the spirit.
I mean, I've done those fights before.
All right,
It's
let's
just-
go investigate.
All right. You head off towards the control building,
Mm-hmm.
and as you approach, you start to smell blood.
Oh, I want to roll to know what type of blood it is. Bloodhound, where is it? Where is it? No shit. Ah. Which
Well,
page is it to know?
while you're figuring that out, Thomas, as you approach,
Yeah.
you take a look to the side, and you take a look at the metal bars that are going from ceiling to chasm.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears to have a control panel. It might be some kind of elevator that you could summon.
Huh.
They're up in the ceiling. It appears to go probably up to the surface, and down below you can only assume to some sort of area down below. You're not quite sure. It's far too dark to see.
Hmm.
But the metal bars here appear to be bent and broken.
Oh.
And it looks like several wires have been yanked out of the back of the console. The elevator itself, though, is present on this floor.
Huh. Interesting.
So,
I guess Thomas would point this out. Well, the wires being yanked, bent bars.
And
don't-
Adam, is that another Auspex roll, or
No, that's a blood taste roll. And can I have a condition for that?
wait, what's that again?
Can I have a condition for that?
Yes, the blind condition.
The blind.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that would be great.
Huh? What's a good condition for this?
Arm rack. Slipped in the blood. Oh my god!
I'm gonna go with confident. I
Oh.
think is the word, or stalwart. I think is this.
Oh.
One where if you fail, you can choose to take a single success.
Amnesia.
Nice. What?
That would be great.
You
Who
smell
are
blood
you?
so well, you forget everything.
Um. So is it human blood?
Or steadfast. It begins with an S word. It's in here
Yeah.
somewhere, I swear.
I don't think it's. Yeah, it's steadfast.
There you go.
So is it human blood?
I'm sorry, I'm just coughing here for a second.
Oh no. Are you okay?
It's the emphysema. It's getting back to him.
What?
Oh no.
It's all 40 years of him being a smoker.
Tuberculosis. Oh no.
Oh no.
But the blood you sense is of course inherently human. But you do smell a tinge of the vampiric Nosferatu.
Oh. So is it from a ghoul?
And it does appear to be coming from inside the control building.
Huh. Wow. Whoa, I can discern even like if the blood is infected, hormonal level, bloodstream disease, cause of death.
Yep,
That's
he
Some
had
of them
AIDS,
appear
and
to
now
have
you
low
do too.
blood sugar, but
Oh wow.
Mm. All right, so I will secondly some human blood and Nosferatu blood in there.
alright.
Mm.
Are you gonna head inside the building?
Yes, there is Vita inside.
Alright.
Yeah. Thomas
You
would
head inside the
approach
building.
cautiously.
A little bit hungry for blood.
Yes.
Inside is
Uh,
inside it opens up into a series of computers and control panels that kind of spread out across the wall and are organized in a way that you're not quite sure you'd understand unless you were an engineer. There definitely
Shit.
appears to be a clear staircase that goes downwards, likely into the dam, into the real mechanics of the place. But this area seems more like it'd be fitting for, say, a bunch of nerds hanging around and going to the break room.
actually, can Thomas
Which-
roll? Actually, about this? I don't know.
You can if you want, but I'm going to continue
Oh.
describing.
Alrighty, go for it.
Which, oddly enough, you start to notice the distinct smell of blood in the direction of the break room itself. And inside, you see a handful of bodies, 3 of them, completely ripped apart, blood strewn across the room, not a sign of their clothing or skin anywhere.
Oh.
Oh, God.
It's a disgusting, terrifying mess. Give me your resolve composure. Or stamina composure, actually.
Huh. Really?
I mean, you're a vampire, but you don't cause bloody
Ah.
messes on the regular.
Oh, we
Oh.
both got 0 successes.
I'm gonna use steadfast.
There you go. You pull back in your vampiric viscera before it comes straight out in the form of vomit. But let's see, what was I looking for? Shaken. Thomas, you are a bit shaken. Anytime you take an action where fear might hinder you, You may opt to fail the roll and resolve this condition.
Okay. And one more beat. And one more beat. Okay.
Yep, when it resolves, you'll get the beat.
Sweet.
George definitely doesn't seem as phased as Thomas is, but he's definitely turning his head away and trying not to look. Jacob, meanwhile, is literally shaking in his boots. And immediately starts to just kind of like back off into the rest of the control room.
Well, can we roll for investigation?
Absolutely.
That'll be intelligence,
Uh,
I think.
let's go with Wits Investigation. You're scavenging the area. If you have a single dot, if you have any medicine, you can add an extra die to it. And I'm going to subtract 2 dice because it is a bloody, terrifying mess.
Yeah, but is the blood fresh?
The blood is fresh? Yes.
I want some of that.
All right. There is plenty of it.
Can
I will go ahead and declare there are 7 Vitae points worth of blood sitting here on the ground and in the bodies, in severed limbs, skinless severed limbs.
Sorry about that. What was the roll
This-
again?
Wits Investigation -2 and +1 if you have any medicine.
Okay, I'll be -1 for me. So,
Well,
because Thomas does have medicine,
Aha!
so
You actually know what a human body looks like.
I think
yeah.
it's gonna take 5 points. No reason
Yay.
to let this mess go to waste.
You lick your vampiric chops and sink your fangs into someone's torso and just start draining it dry straight from the heart.
Yep. Is this a breaking point? Now that I think of it.
Adam, Thomas will say, Adam, you're sick. In the head.
In this case, I don't think it's a breaking point. Or at least I'm not sure it would be.
I don't know. It just strike me as pretty inhuman. Just what I did.
Let's
Feeding
do
from
some
a
quick
mango
comparisons
corpse.
then. How about that? No, I think you're basically in the clear. You're just a disgusting monster, not a terrible one.
Yeah.
I'm at humanity 5. I'm not a terrible monster.
Exactly, that's what I said. You're not. You're just a disgusting one.
No, well, come on.
Yeah.
You want to learn.
Yeah. Let's see. Basically, what type of well, just remember the scene. They basically been skinned alive, things like that.
It looks like it. And investigating them, you can tell that there are a number of claw marks and teeth marks in their skin,
Mm-hmm.
or at least in their flesh that remains. Undoubtedly, these were the tools used to carve it off of them.
Anything left behind by whatever attacked him? Out of curiosity, any clues? Anything like that?
But what kind of clues?
Anything that would aid us identifying them? Or
Actually,
Mhm.
there is, in fact, a wallet underneath the table.
oh,
The table's been overturned in all this mess, and behind it you find one of their wallets.
mhm.
It's a little bit covered in blood, but the interior is still okay. Inside you see a driver's license and one of their faces.
Hmm.
And by appearance, he has a he has a card for the Society of Gotham Engineering,
Okay.
and of course, a few dollars are in there as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
Also has a contact card for his place of work, Gotham Department of Public Engineering.
Ah. Well, I guess. I don't know. Thomas actually take the wallet, leave the money behind. I don't know. He kind of feels bad. He really feels bad for this guy to die a horrible death. I don't know. Thomas feels quite sympathetic. Uh,
Right.
yep. Yeah. Well, Adam is drinking. Thomas actually feels sympathy towards these people, which is But yeah, Thomas would take that.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe.
In the
Mhm.
course of general investigation as well,
Yeah.
uh, I'd like to say that Thomas also just sort of takes a look around the rest of the building just to be certain.
Hmm.
And on one side of the building, there appears to be inside, behind some of the consoles, appears to be a good amount of graffiti that hasn't been wiped away or cured or anything, but it appears to have
Oh.
just been covered up by the shelving of consoles here,
Hmm.
by a server rack of all things.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to roll into occult.
Int occult. Okay.
Yep.
Uh, let's see. Int occult. Does academic and ancient history count or no? Oh, it's too late.
Not ancient history, no.
Okay. Let's see. Only one success.
Alright. Among it, you notice an odd symbol, one that you've actually started to recognize from your time among vampires, and particularly being down here in the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to be one of the symbols of the vampires of Lillian Hunt. It's sort of down towards the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and underneath it appears to be a trigger of some kind.
A trigger.
Yeah, built into the wall.
Does
Huh.
Thomas notify us? Or would he
Wait.
push a button?
Well, I guess first we'll point out to Adam at this graffiti because
Mhm.
knowing that he doesn't know much about the cult, yeah, Thomas would actually direct us to Adam. Don't know about this, but after spending some time with you guys here, these seems to be markings of Lillian Hunt's people.
Let me
Maybe
see.
you know. Yeah, you might know more about this than I do.
Can I roll?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Does Kindred Law apply?
Absolutely.
Nice. Oh, well, it's still a success.
It's still success, and from what you understand of these symbols, Thomas is less familiar because he's still very, very new, and of course, is self-admittedly not paying attention sometimes to the vampiric lore.
Yep.
But these symbols themselves appear to indicate that this might be someone's haven around here. This might be the entrance.
Huh.
And of course, the smell of Nosferatu blood is strong.
We hate to intrude on someone's haven, but we should probably check to see if they're alright, because there is a strong scent of Nosferatu vitae.
Well, the trigger's right there. You push it.
You calling me chicken?
Hey. I mean, if you're not gonna push it, I will.
Well, go on.
All right. Thomas.
Do it, Gents George.
Yeah, Thomas is just gonna push it.
All right, Thomas goes in and pushes it,
Yeah.
and you hear a solid click and a small little whir of gears as the wall behind the server starts to sort of lift upwards. And
Mm.
inside, you can see what appears to be a small room and two white figures hunched over a body that is on top of a sort of old mattress.
Shoot!
The body is bloody. Blood is everywhere once again. Limbs are set aside in the room, and it looks like the two figures are scratching the skin off bit by bit. And they turn to you and hiss. And Adam shouts, "Shoot, shoot." Let's get some initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh
Adam,
boy.
Thomas, Jacob, George. Thing 1, thing 2. This does remind me, I do actually need to pull up their stats. Silly me.
Thing 1, thing 2. I'm just imagining Dr. Seuss's characters for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just imagine them hunched
Still
over.
horrible creators, so not far from the real.
Yeah.
Thing 1 and thing 2, tearing the skin off of you.
Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Let's
Hooray for childhood killing.
Yay.
I was close. There we go. I got statistics for him. That's what I needed. So I'm gonna roll 4d10. Let's see. Adam has a 6. Thomas has a 10. Jacob has a 6. Or yeah, resolving composure for this. Yeah, he'd have 4, so 8. George is gonna have 6. These guys are gonna have 11 and 7. There we go, and sort it out, descending. One of the things gets to act first
Oh shit.
and charges at the one screeching at him, charges at Adam.
Do I want that?
Do you? You have a moment to choose before it gets too close, and you will be fighting in melee with a ranged weapon.
I don't like that. You know what? I'm gonna use one VtR to just fuck off.
I believe that's
From
the
his
intercede
perspective.
their action option, right?
It's interrupt action, and I'm spending one another to multiply my speed by my dot of celerity, so it is sorry about the bird.
Oh, the bird is like, I don't know.
Yeah, I interrupt his action and I just move, but I don't take any action.
All right. You pull all the way across the room in reaction, and it sort of blinks a little bit astounded by your sudden movement as you get out of the way before he even gets there. So he instead turns around and will swing an arm at Thomas.
Oh, lovely.
Thomas, what is your defense?
My defense is 6.
6.
Yep.
Very good.
Mhm.
So you're going to be reducing it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it will get a hit, and its claws will dig in and tear off a chunk of your undead flesh and ruin your shirt.
Aw,
dealing
man.
2 bashing damage to you.
Ow.
The blood at least stays inside.
That's good.
And it does lead straight into your turn, Thomas.
Looking into kindred dueling? Is hamstring? They
They do not count as kindred.
don't count as kindred. Okay, then.
Yeah,
Well,
they don't.
he
So
has 82. He's gonna.
unless that lets you target people and hamstring them anyway, I'm not certain.
Alright. Well, he's not gonna do that. He's going to just strike with a sword. So,
Okay, its
Yeah.
defense is 8.
whoa, that's a good one. And with weaponry, it's plus 1 die, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if this works.